Hello everyone, it's Leo, and October started with a blast for wonderful PreCure, and it feels like this blast will continue. In this video, we're talking about the episode summaries for the month of October in wonderful PreCure, and if you were wondering, yes, we are gonna have a Halloween episode, even though that was not particularly in the title. Oh baby, and it seems Gao-sama will also appear. This is just a theory, okay? But I hope you share the same theory as I do as we dwell on the episodes of this month. So we had episode 36, which was amazing, which was breathtaking. And finally, Satoru and Iroha confessed to each other. And then this will culminate in episode 37, which is called A First Date with Everyone. In this episode, Iroha and Satoru will make an arrangement for a date and they will meet at the Mirror Stone. While they're there, Yuki and Mayu will be passing on the street and they will be very surprised because Daifuku and Komugi are with them. A date is supposed to be just two people. So they're gonna be like, oh no, we can't have this. And they will get Komugi. Komugi will stay with Yuki and Mayu, and Daifuku will stay with Mei and Nico-sama. But Mei will be worried. Obviously. Mei says he's worried because he's afraid that Satoru will monopolize Iroha. And well, we know that Iroha has a mission as Cure Friendly. But we kind of know that's not really the case, Mei. Can you be honest with your feelings? But the thing is, he will be worried and so he will secretly follow them in their date. But the date itself seems to go just fine. Iroha and Satoru will be very awkward around each other at the start of the date. They won't be able to talk normally. But as the date goes by, things will gradually improve. And at the time that they arrive at the aquarium, they are able to talk as usual. So I feel like this episode is going to be a lot of chaos, it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's obviously going to have lots of sweet moments as well. We've already seen the preview, and in the preview we can see that some interesting things are gonna happen. I am honestly super excited for this, especially for the Mei scenes. We haven't seen much of Mei in 36, and now in 37 I feel like there's gonna be space for Mei to be his chaotic self. This is everything. And now for episode 38, which seems to be a very interesting one for Komugi. Episode 38 is called Komugi's Place to Return to. So in this episode, we're going to meet a new character that is called Yuki. It's a little different than Yuki, who is our queen, Kiryami. This one is called Yuki. And she is a volunteer, and she takes care of animals that had owners who are unable to keep them because of an illness or because of an injury. And so she will look at Komugi and she will say that Komugi looks just like Maron-chan. Maron-chan had gone missing 2 years ago. And Yuki has a picture of this Maron-chan, and this Maron has the same heart pattern that Komugi has on the back of her head. Iroha will hear Yuki's story and she will tell Komugi, she will make the equation 2 plus 2 that Komugi might be Maron-chan. And so she will tell Komugi, let's go see your former family. Oh my god, this is gonna be so interesting. And so in the next day, Komugi and Iroha will visit a home for the aged. And this home is very rich in nature. Mayu and the others will also accompany them. And then when Komugi and Iroha head for the open space in this home, they will find an old man named Kurihara. He is spending time with his therapy dog, who is a golden retriever. This episode will give us a lot of lore onto Komugi's origins. And while I thought that Komugi was probably someone who came from Nico Garden, a special type of animal, it seems that this is not really the case. It seems that she had a former owner, it seems that she had a former name, Maron, and well, I think this makes it very interesting. because we're talking about something more plausible, something a bit more real. And I feel like this can get very, very emotional. I feel like this is going to be a beautiful story. We're going to meet this old man who is in a home for the aged, and well, he's probably not going to be able to take care of other dogs. He has a therapy dog of his own who probably takes care of him. And so I feel like this is going to add a lot of flavor to Komugi's character and to the story of Wonderful PreCure as well. I feel like we have to get ready to get emotional in this episode. I can just sense it. It's going to be very interesting. And now for 39, this episode is called Nico Evolution, but it's very interesting. The summary does not mention Nico at all. So we're going to talk about it. So in this episode, we're going to have Halloween approaching. And so Animal Town will be bursting with activities. People are going to be dressed up. The animals are also dressed up. And Komugi and Iroha are handing out sweets at their house to people and animals that are dressed up. And so Komugi will spot someone who is dressed up as a wolf. I wonder who this wolf is. Well, I have no idea. And so when she sees this person dressed as a wolf, she will chase after him. And she will tell this wolf, or this man who is dressed as a wolf, that she is also dressed as a wolf. So we already know what Komugi will dress up for Halloween. And so this person will only give Komugi a brief reply and quickly walks away. Komugi will run after this wolf man, but she will get tired and she will revert back to her dog form. And the wolf person will bring Komugi to the river, where she calms down after drinking water. So she will get tired, she will become a dog. This man dressed up as a wolf will get Komugi and take her to the river. And so she will drink some water, she will be a little chill, and then in this moment, Komugi will notice that lots of animals are drawn to the wolf costumed man. He's just standing there, but the animals are drawn to him. And then Komugi will look at this man and tell him that he is just like Iroha. Can you believe you being the villain of the season, having a lot of trauma related to people, humans, and then you get compared to one of the main humans of this show who's going against your plans and who is, completely destroying your plans. This is interesting. And then Iroha and the others who had been looking for Komugi will arrive. This is the summary for episode 39. Before we discuss this, episode 40 is not going to air in November 3rd. November 3rd will be a break, and so we won't have an episode that weekend, and Wonderful PreCure will return November 10th. So now let's go back to episode 39. We already know that something interesting will happen in Wonderful, which is Nico's human form. Nico will become a human. We've already known about this since the start of the month, or the end of September, I think. We didn't know when, but based on the episode titles, we kind of know that it's going to be in episode 39. But it's funny that it's not mentioned anywhere in the summary. Nico doesn't even appear in the summary. The summary is all about Komugi and the man dressed up as a wolf. Well, the man dressed up as a wolf can be a man dressed up as a wolf, but I really believe it's not. I really believe it's the villain of the season, Gao-sama. Gao-sama has been storing power. He's not able to act. He has to stay inside that temple. But maybe in episode 39, he will be strong enough to at least leave the temple and enjoy, or at least get to know how Animal Town is nowadays. We know that Gao-sama is someone who has been alive for thousands and thousands of years. So his era is long gone. He does not know how Animal Town is nowadays. And so he probably is going to go around Animal Town to see how things are. And I don't know, this is just me imagining, but he has a big grudge against humans. But in Animal Town nowadays, the relationship between humans and animals is really, really good. And well, this will probably come as a shock for Gao-sama. I don't know. But in the summary, we can see that he will treat Komugi with a lot of kindness. Well, Komugi is an animal, so he will be taking care of her. He will take her to the lake. He will, let her drink some water. And the animals are drawn to him as well. That probably shows that even though his actions are probably not the best ones, he is trustworthy to the animals. The animals might feel safe around the wolf. This seems to be the case. But then, what will trigger Nico's transformation in this episode? What will happen that will justify Nico's transformation in a human? We've seen a lot of things about Nico in terms of her personality. She's always thinking about the relationship between humans and animals, but Nico hasn't really talked about her own relationships, her own dilemmas. But we know that Nico has dilemmas. We just don't really know what they are. And so, what is actually gonna come down in this moment? I feel like there are a lot of possibilities. One of them is Gao ends up attacking them, and Nico will become human Nico to become like a stronger version of herself, so that she is able to protect the cures or at least go against Gao-sama. Or I feel like there's also a big possibility of Nico actually having a story with Gao. What is this story about? I have absolutely no idea. I've been theorizing maybe they've been in love in the past and this love relationship hasn't gone well. Or they might have had like a sibling relationship, a friendship relationship, and things might not have gone the best way. All I know is that we have nothing in terms of what's going to happen with Nico in this episode that will justify her transformation in a human. And this makes me even more exciting for episode 39. I feel like this month is full of goodness. We're gonna start the month with a date. I mean, we have already started October with one of the best episodes of Wonderful. And then we're gonna have a funny episode with a date and, Satoru and Iroha sharing more of their feelings with each other. It's gonna be cool. I feel like it's going to be super heartwarming. And then we're gonna have Komugi's story, Komugi's former family, and to end the month, we're gonna have Gao-sama. And not only Gao-sama, but also Nico-sama. October is delivering it all in Wonderful PreCure. Or at least I hope it will. Oh my god, how excited I am for this. Anyways, babies, this is it. Which episode are you most excited for in October? Personally, episode 39 is the one I'm most excited about. I'm very curious for Gao's story, Nico's story, and having a break just after this. Oh my god, are we gonna survive? Ooh, honey. I just cannot wait. This is gonna be everything. Anyways, just want to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team for this content. Thank you very much for everything. And also the members. If you're a member here on YouTube, if you're a member on Patreon, if you support me on Throne, thank you very, very, very much as well. I really appreciate it all. This really motivates me to keep going. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye!